The night the forest swallowed my fire sparked a lesson no survival guide ever mentions. I thought a simple weekend trek would be a breeze, but the wilderness had different plans. I left the trailhead at dawn with a tarp, compact stove, water filter, and a brand new compass I was eager to test. My goal was clear: hike 3 miles into Whispering Pines, set up a solo camp, and sleep under the stars. The early autumn air was crisp. The amber canopy seemed to welcome me as I followed the ridge. By midday, I found a meadow beside a clear creek, the perfect spot for a fire. I spread tinder, struck flint, and orange flames rose, casting a warm glow over the hills. For a while, I felt invincible, humming while roasting a protein bar, convinced I could handle anything the forest might throw at me. Then the sun slipped behind the ridge. A sudden wind pulled cold clouds across the sky, and a low rumble grew. Within minutes, the clouds burst, unleashing a torrent that turned the creek into a roaring river and drenched my tarp. My fire sputtered and died, leaving me shivering as rain hammered the ground like a drum. I scrambled for shelter, but the tarp was saturated, and my map, still sealed in my pocket, was now a soggy mess of illegible lines. Panic fluttered as the temperature dropped. My toes tingled and a sharp pain shot through my left ankle where a hidden root had sliced my boot. The forest, once friendly, now seemed to close in, its trees whispering threats. I could barely hear over the downpour. I forced myself to breathe, recalling the first rule I teach: when you're lost, stay calm and assess. I crouched behind a fallen log, pulled the emergency blanket from my pack, and wrapped it around my ankle, feeling the sting subside. Then I remembered a hidden cave mentioned in an old ranger's journal, an alcove, near the creek marked by a moon-shaped moss pattern. If I could reach it, I could wait out the storm and signal for help at dawn. And signal for help at dawn. The rain turned every step into wading through cement, but I edged forward using trekking poles as crutches. Halfway there, a massive overturned log blocked the narrow path. My heart pounded. The log was too heavy to move alone, and turning back meant enduring the night exposed. I spotted a sturdy pine branch on the opposite bank, and fashioned a lever, wedging the branch under the log and pushing with my bruised shoulder. With a groan, the log shifted enough to create a sliver of a gap. I slipped through, heart racing, and raced the remaining 10 meters to the cave entrance as the storm peaked. Inside the cave was dry, walls glistening with mineral deposits, and a faint draft hinted at an opening to the outside. I ignited a small flare from my emergency kit, the red glow painting the chamber and sending a thin signal through the fissure above. Exhausted, I settled against the cool stone, letting my breath steady. Hours passed, the storm waned, and sunrise slipped through the opening, revealing a clearing where a rescue team, alerted by my flare, stood with a rope and stretcher. They praised my ingenuity, especially the lever trick that saved my life, and the gear that might have been lost. When I finally stepped onto solid ground, the forest felt less hostile, and more like a teacher that had just handed me its toughest exam. That night taught me 3 indispensable truths about wilderness survival. Never underestimate weather, always have a backup navigation plan, and turn obstacles into tools. If you ever find yourself alone in the wild, remember the forest rewards creativity more than brute strength. So next time you pack a bag, throw in a sturdy branch, a piece of rope, and a mental checklist of improv tactics. You'll thank yourself when the unexpected strikes. Stay safe, stay curious, and keep mastering the art of surviving beyond the campsite.